Yeah, what's good with y'all, man? About to react to Michael Vick the documentary. Shout out to Vincent. Love y'all. Like, subscribe. I'm a little tipsy today. So don't do too much. Let's lock in.
Position, and I believe it is the most unique in the league.
Few players in NFL history have made jaw-dropping plays look as easy as Micheal Vick.
He's an electrifying football player. He takes your breath away every time he drops back to throw the football because you don't know where he's going to be.
Physical, athletic ability like a Jordan or like a Deion Sanders.
What they say? And they're off.
During his Atlanta career, Vick has averaged more yards per rush than per pass attempt.
Damn. Feet
Fuel
mobile.
scare for a neighborhood in Newport News. Not one, but two meth investigations on the same street.
I think it was the summer of like 1991, 92. I heard a gunshot every night.
Business and civic leaders here say the unemployment rate may be as high as 40 to 50%. Police patrolling the area deal with street crime.
That nigga like in one of the local hoods. No funny shit. Nigga like he around the corner.
Brutal murders, drug deals, and home invasions.
Police activity invades the Aqueduct apartments.
My dad was heavy into drugs and heavy into the streets.
What's so exciting about
Wow.
the Dell AI factory with NVIDIA is that they are empowering our engineers and our clinical team to be part of the design.
Even though Micheal was focused on football, it was hard to avoid being tempted by the consistent call of the streets. How did you stay away from all that?
I set a goal when I was young, and my goal was to make it to the NFL.
Welcome to Warwick High School, the launching pad that propelled Micheal Vick to national notoriety as the quarterback for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
There's this guy, he's like throwing this ball everywhere, and he's just playing so good. We just ran around the court, and I was like, who is it, who is it?
Touchdown for Ferguson. Micheal Vick.
I was like, oh, that's just my brother. I know him. He does this all the time.
Like, nigga, that's light. He been doing that since he was a little nigga. That's light. That nigga, he woke up doing that shit. I don't know. He was just went to sleep one day and just woke up and started running fast as hell, throwing that bitch.
Let's go back to high school.
Micheal Vick was a human highlight reel.
He used to run and jump in little league like he do it in the pros. And that used to scare me. I got a weak heart, and I can't have them jumping up in the air trying to jump over 15 to 20 people.
There was a time in high school, me and my coach went back and watched the tape, and he looked at me and said, you'll play in the National Football League one day.
You know, Micheal Vick, man, he was that dude when he was at Virginia Tech. He was a dude we always looked up to.
Micheal Vick broke onto the national scene as a quarterback at Virginia Tech. His style, athleticism, and success made him unique in college, and now just as historic in the pros.
That was, man, almost like Superman on the football field.
Running with the football, has a seam at the 5, goes airborne. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Into the end zone, touchdown Tech, a sensational flip by Vick.
What is the Micheal Vick experience?
When you see me run around on the field and dodge a defender.
And it is in, touchdown, up and away.
I ain't gonna fake. Michael Vick fake. Like, if Michael Vick would have got as far as Allen Iverson did with his team, I feel like Allen Iverson and Michael Vick would be the same person type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as culture and shame, because they bring the same shit though. You feel what I'm saying? Facts.
You're hurtling over guys, flipping in the air, that's the experience.
Touchdown! He does it all, folks.
You changed high school and college football.
Yes.
Breaking 80-yard runs.
Here's Vick taking the snap, scrambling, running with the football. Crosses the 50, turning on the Jets. Look at that speed! He's racing all the way into the end zone. Touchdown Tech! They couldn't catch him. Micheal Vick sprints for his second touchdown.
Throwing those 70, 80-yard bombs as well.
I've never seen anything like that.
Look at the wiggle. Micheal Vick.
Micheal Vick.
Get off me.
Kind of a splash of elegance and some real athleticism there.
43 years I've been in college coaching. I've never seen a freshman football player better than Micheal Vick.
Vick, he hit, loses the football, picks it up.
He changed our program. He changed the university. The whole country was talking about Micheal Vick the next day.
No funny shit. This is why I appreciate Lamar Jackson for what he is, bro. No funny shit. Niggas gotta get niggas what they flowers while they here. No funny shit. That nigga is cold as fuck. That's the closest thing we ever gonna get to the Michael Vick. No cap.
Knowles were offside, and Vick makes the most of it. With the speed, he breaks free. Got an angle, Vick pushed out of bounds.
Virginia Tech, I had never seen them on TV, never seen them in a bowl game. I was saying to myself, this is an opportunity for me to leave a legacy.
#1 overall draft pick in 2001. How much do you feel like you've grown, just personally, spiritually, from that day you walked across the stage?
With the first selection in the 2001 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Micheal Vick, quarterback, Virginia Tech.
He's a
Fucking
man who
dog.
signed a $130 million contract before he threw a pass in the NFL.
You breaking into the league, setting the NFL on fire.
Coming to the league, taking a franchise over.
3 wide receivers set on 3rd and 3. Chandler is hit. Chandler is hurt.
Bro, I just feel like if he would have got a ring, bro, his career, his legacy would be so much more than what it is now.
Which is probably the more important thing.
My coach, Dan Reeves, he wanted me to run.
He did.
He told me, I drafted you to be the quarterback that we seen at Virginia Tech.
And yes, Michael Vick debuts with a huddle coming from his own end zone.
Coach told me, listen, use your abilities, do the things that I've seen you do.
The most anticipated debut, perhaps since the days of Joe Namath.
That's what he does well.
Takes off,
Damn.
picks up the first down and more. Down to the 32-yard line of the Dolphins.
I think the only thing that brought Mike Vick down was Bobby Christian.
Everybody in the locker room, everyone just told me to be myself.
Right.
Don't change your game, don't change your identity, and I stuck to that, and it really paved the way for a lot of these young guys.
But look at that lead.
Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, what's that nigga name? Little short nigga for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson. You know, any scrambling quarterback that can throw that bitch, like, nigga, Michael Vick is the blueprint. No funny shit. Even though he's not as successful as them niggas that came after him, but he crawled so they could walk. No funny shit.
These are passed. I mean, that ball is on a rope.
Complete, Brian Finneran.
And from that, I got the big head. Like I felt like it was nothing that I couldn't do.
Right.
As a quarterback, as a player. So.
In trouble.
Yeah.
Boom, perfect timing.
Still on the run. Look for the change, and he'll pick up the first down.
Damn, that nigga is lightning.
15.
Did you see that? Did you see the speed? Wow.
That nigga is fast as fuck, bro.
Hey, that's what we got him for. Good shot, Sean.
That was good left hand.
Run the ball. Hey, scramble for the
I know he was the #1 pick of the draft, but how many times have the #1 pick of the draft not turned out to be everything they've been built to be? He has it all.
The ceiling was extremely high, and I felt like I really needed to take advantage of that.
Towards the corner of the end zone.
He gets away from people in a small area better than anybody I've ever seen. He has just unbelievable control of his body to make people miss who have, straight shots at him. It maybe come through complete free.
Out of there.
Right city.
Out of there. Out of there.
It was spectacular.
When he rolls, the defense responds to it.
Well.
The most important thing for me to improve on, and it was obvious to everybody, was, my accuracy. But at a young age, with the running ability, I just always felt like I didn't have to develop, the passing skill set early.
This is what
Like,
Michael
if you
Vick
can't,
is capable of doing.
I understand it though. It's like if you can't touch me and I could just get to where I want, then that pass gonna come later. No funny shit. I get that though.
Now understanding that if I'd have took time to do it back then, who knows where, my career would have gone.
That nigga still throwing dots though.
There's certain athletes that have
I'll call it they defy your eye. Like you see them do things, you're like, rerun that. I want to see that again.
And he has unbelievable quickness to combine that with the speed that he has.
When he came in, it was a big deal to have a black quarterback, and the way he played, I mean, he played what some people might say a black style, the way he might have blown
the ceiling off.
Yeah.
Nigga played like a nigga that was from the projects, bro. That ass.
The previous preconceived idea was for success for black quarterbacks. Yeah.
There's no one like Michael Vick. No one like Michael Vick.
He's playing the fastest, scariest guys in the world, and he makes them look like they're standing still.
You just don't see quarterbacks that have that combination of speed, quickness, ability to throw the football.
Vick is the fourth highest rated quarterback in the NFC and is the Falcons' leading rusher.
So many times I've seen him, you know, where somebody has just a complete open shot and they don't touch him.
You know, you were such a star, Michael, that when I saw you, I thought, you know, Michael's not real big. And you ran, Mike, and you took shots.
Vick looks to be shaken up. Yeah.
Can you get Jimmy Rounds to teach you how to slide or something, do something like that? You know what? You're too damn competitive. I know you, man. You know, you want to take that 3-yard run and go 50 with it, and you're going to run over 5 guys.
Learning to run out of bounds instead of staying in bounds and taking those hits.
And it was just one of those weird things that happens when you have that ability to kind of run around that messes you up.
But you got to be careful, man. Those guys, they don't like you out there.
We played Minnesota in Minnesota.
In Minneapolis for today's meeting between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh yeah, that is. Randy Moss might be out there.
2002 season with Michael Vick, which was really his breakout year, and they're going up against the Vikings. Michael Vick owns that name.
Off the play fake, Vick takes off.
Get off.
First down and more, still on his feet, inside the 20, down to the 12-yard line.
One of the things that tried to get through to Mike was,
you are here for a reason.
When you don't see anybody open, they're not covering you.
And look at the speed and the running ability of Michael Vick. It makes everybody else look like they've got molasses in their shoes.
Tails is the call.
Even
Touchdown run, and he finishes with 173 yards rushing.
Mike runs into the tunnel, and we just run in the tunnel with him. The game's over.
Is there any doubt as to who will be the most valuable player in the NFL this season?
Michael Vick gets my vote.
Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Vick surrendered a water bottle to security at Miami International Airport Thursday that smelled like marijuana. Vick was stopped by security, cut left, broke a tackle, and was finally brought down after gaining 22 yards.
Known for traveling with a large entourage of friends from Virginia, going on wild spending sprees, and not focusing on football.
Tremendous athlete, tremendous talent, very, very gifted guy who relies on his natural ability.
I was lazy, you know, last guy in the building, first guy out. I know that. You got the world in the palm of your hands, you got money. You got women, probably a different woman beside me every other night.
Did you feel untouchable?
Yeah, in a sense, I felt like I was untouchable.
The Falcons come in as the number 6 seed. They started the season 1-3. Then they were unbeaten over an 8-game stretch with 7 wins and a tie.
Yeah. I remember you were the first quarterback to go up to Green Bay and win a playoff game.
Right, yeah.
Well, there's a runner and a passer, and he's in one body for Atlanta. His name is Michael Vick. Which component of his will be most important tonight? 3rd down and 4 now from the 10-yard line. Great protection for Vick.
Damn, that nigga threw a dart.
Touchdown by Sean Jefferson. I told us yesterday he loved the 49ers, loved Steve Young when he was going up.
Right, and if there was a quarterback that he always wanted to emulate, it was Steve Young, and he has a lot of the same tools that Steve Young has.
What they call the old escapability.
This nigga is fast as fuck.
To the 28-yard line, turns a loss into a big game, and this is the double ultimate weapon here.
Yeah, I mean, he can do all the things that Randall could do, but run a heck of a lot faster. I mean, that's the thing. If you said, who's the fastest player in the whole league? Not fastest quarterback, fastest player in the whole league. It's Mike Vick.
You know, only in my first year to be 22 years old to come out and get a win against a tough Green Bay team. I really have to take my hats off to the guys around me and give glory to God because, that was the key to the whole thing.
I just left there thinking, this could be the dawn of one of the great quarterbacks we will ever see.
When you were at the height of, you went to Green Bay, you won a playoff game, you were a rock star in America.
Almost being like a superhero, in the town that needed a superhero.
Music, movies, rappers, entertainment.
Right.
The Dome was like a club.
Welcome to the Micheal Vick Experience.
Over the course of his career, Micheal Vick has had his face plastered on magazine covers and video games.
That's not in the playbook, but he should be. Being on the Madden cover was surreal. Me being able to score on the video game at any time from anywhere.
You decided to pull it down and run with it.
That was one of the best Maddens, by the way.
He was the Bo Jackson.
Closing in, looking downfield, scrambling. Keeps it. A lot of room to work with.
The things that I was able to do versus that level of competition was uncanny. The way my body moved and contorted, it was unreal, just phenomenal. It was a blessing from God to have that type of talent.
Oh, shit.
No quarterback has ever rushed for 1,000 yards in a season. You're getting close. What does that represent to you?
It represents a lot. It represents what I can do for the game. My main goal is to come out and get a win tonight. If I get the rushing yards and I rush for 1,000 yards this season, then it happen. If it doesn't, the most important thing is winning.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps.
That's really all you want, bro, no matter what happens, bro. You can have 60 and lose. That 60 points don't mean shit.
The feet are unbelievable. That Barry Sanders just willed his feet to Micheal Vick.
There goes Micheal Vick. And Julius Peppers chased him out of bounds to 49. Gain of 13.
Wow. Regardless of how well you defend him, you can still kill him.
Vick under pressure. Just runs away from everybody.
And in 2006 came the first quarterback ever to rush for 1,000 yards in a single season.
Vick pulls up, throws.
The Falcons faced 4th and goal from the 12-yard line.
Who gets to be the guy to make a play?
They cannot get a first down. It's touchdown or nothing. Vick under pressure, straight up the middle.
That nigga is fast, man.
Put the kid in a place where he can make a play. That's what makes Micheal Vick so incredibly special.
Micheal Vick's magic trick sent the game into overtime.
We live in a society where there are a whole lot of people that love animals. There are a lot of people who are dog lovers, love dogs more than they love human beings.
Breaking news now in the case of NFL quarterback Micheal Vick. He, as you may know, faces federal charges involving dog fighting.
As Atlanta Falcons quarterback Micheal Vick faces federal dogfighting charges.
He was basically living two lives.
Mr. Vick has agreed now to enter a guilty plea.
I take full responsibility for my actions. For 1 second, will I sit right here? Now, for 1 second, will I sit right here and point the fingers, try to blame anybody else for my actions or what I've done?
What was it, 18 months in prison? Yep.
18 months. And Leavenworth.
Yeah.
Leavenworth.
Bill, how much money did he lose?
Like $100 million. He's broke. He lost 2 years of his career, and he went to Leavenworth.
Vick's admission to dogfighting almost destroyed not only his career but his life.
What else does this guy have to do? Like, they just want to see him, they want to see a broken man.
Yeah. First day I walked into prison and they slammed that door, I knew, the magnitude of the decisions that I made.
So if he comes back from that, it's got all that other drama in it.
Yeah, his whole world crumbled.
Many are wondering today why the Philadelphia Eagles went out and signed the most controversial player in the game today, who just also happens to be a former Pro Bowl quarterback.
There was no saying, well, we don't get it. No, we got it. We
Nigga, it's Michael Vick. It's not like he fucked a kid or something. The nigga was dog fighting. I get it, but damn, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. That was OD still to this day.
know what he did.
Now, I'm a Christian. I've made mistakes myself. I believe fervently in second chances. But Michael Vick killed dogs. And I think, personally, he should have been executed for that. He wasn't.
He should have been executed for killing a dog. Tucker, bro, eat a dick, bro. That's OD. He should have been executed for killing a dog. That nigga didn't go on a killing spree game. Like, y'all niggas, they be ODing, bro.
You know, that was the hole I dug for myself, and, you know, I had to crawl up out of it.
Those longtime Michael Vick fans who live in and around Atlanta and attended those games on a regular basis, they should cheer for him. They will cheer for him.
Michael Vick, 6 seasons with the Atlanta Falcons. Led the Falcons to the NFC Championship game following the 2004 season. Led the Eagles out onto the field moments ago and was one of the Eagles' captains who came out for the coin toss.
All the people that's booing him is the people that feed their dog ice cream and then lick off the same spoon.
With Michael Vick in for the first time.
People within the black community are always going to respect Vick and always going to look up to Vick because we knew what Vick was on the football field.
Touchdown, his first of the season.
He took over that city when he was there. He was an icon, and a lot of people still have a great fondness for him.
And now you hear the crowd because they sense that Michael Vick is in the game, and here he is off the plate.
Anywhere I went, it don't matter. The minute I started looking like what people used to seeing.
And he'll be able to stay in bounds and take it in for a touchdown.
What the fuck?
Michael Vick, a 76-yard touchdown pass to send 90,000 plus into silence.
Donovan McNabb is headed out of Philadelphia and moving south. The Eagles have traded their longtime quarterback to the Washington Redskins for a pair of draft picks. And with the rise of Kevin Cobb, McNabb was seen as expendable. I can't wait to see how Kevin Cobb plays here this afternoon.
Well, everybody's looking forward to it, including his own teammates. He's waited 3 years for this opportunity.
It's 3rd down and 14. And Cobb's in trouble. When he was with it left to get up.
When Kevin went down, I was just saying to myself, Kevin, get up.
And what a day from Mike Vick. His first start in nearly 4 years.
The Eagles
I
on
woke up
offense,
drunk.
and there is Michael Vick in his first.
Highly publicized story, probably one of the biggest falls from grace in recent modern athletic history.
Completes to Deshaun Jackson with great speed. 45-yard touchdown pass, Mike Vick to Deshaun
Go back
Jackson.
to 2010, that game you had against the Redskins.
They start the offense on the 12-yard line.
First play of the game, you guys love to attack.
First play from about the 12, and there is Vick, as you talked about, John, rolling and launching downfield.
That's
Damn.
just our attitude. You know, we feel like we can
Damn.
get that edge.
This dude is not a real hooper. He's a content creator, y'all. You got to be tough to get to the rim. 104.
And it is caught by Deshaun Jackson. He's at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown!
If you are an individual or an advocate for those individuals who have been incarcerated, coming out of prison, and receiving a second chance because they can be better contributors to society, Michael Vick is the epitome of that.
In for the touchdown.
He said there were times in his career he thought he'd never play football again, but now this renewed interest, he wants to play 7 or 8 more years.
In that regard, he's the quintessential role model in terms of resurrecting oneself, truly learning from his mistakes, and showing the proper level of contrition. He's been absolutely phenomenal in that regard.
And Micheal Vick has been responsible for 5. Throwing for 3. He hit his first 10 passes on the night, and he's just rushed for his second touchdown.
Once Micheal Vick admitted to the dogfighting charges, it easily vaulted him to the most hated athlete in all of America.
I think that it's right to give a guy a second chance.
Touchdown of Vance. Wow. Touchdown.
Damn, they got 50?
Somebody get me his autograph. This guy is on fire.
Without question, Micheal Vick is one of the most, if not the most controversial athlete in all of America.
And that should wrap it up. Moss, 9 yards deep, center of the end zone. Manning with a perfect pass. It's been done, but it's going to have, it's almost into the miracle stage.
He did his time like a man, and then he came back, and he tried to give back.
Dying.
Playing with the football is Sella at the 20, at the 15, 10-5, touchdown! Brent Sella!
He came back, he did it with class. You know, he did it with respect.
That's big, because with a strike that quick, the Eagles' hopes have just been heightened.
He's spoken at school after inner city school about the horrors and the abuses of dogfighting.
Wiley Cooper has it, and the Eagles recovered onside kick. And the Giants never saw that coming. The Giants were...
Hold on, y'all. My motherfucking mic is dying. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Flat-footed, they never saw it coming. If the Eagles can score here, you are going to see the Giants very, very nervous. Vick in the shotgun.
Not a redemptive one they're going to do a movie about, but it's a pretty good comeback story for a guy who a lot of people wrote off.
40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Vick at the 10, dives down at the 6. You better believe there are a lot of nervous stomachs in the stadium right now.
Losing $100 million, going to jail for 2 years. I guess that'll change people a little bit.
Oh my goodness, the Eagles are alive. He's in!
Here you go.
He's in! We've got a one-touchdown game. We have seen our share of miracles in Eagles-Giants game.
So 3 minutes, 1 second left. No timeouts, and here comes Vick.
Came back, was remorseful, and tried to do the right thing.
What a game this has turned into. 1st and 10. Vick in the shotgun. 3 receivers.
Blitz. Vick.
Vick rolling. He's going to run. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Micheal Vick has given the Eagles life with 2:41 to go after a 32-yard run. He steps up. He's going to run. He's at the 40, 35, 30. Hang on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. This is something special.
Dying.
It is to Macklin, and Macklin sidesteps and runs in for the touchdown. Macklin, corner of the 5, and this place is in a state of shock.
And now Eli Manning will take a sack. The clock will continue to wind, which is good news for the Giants, because the Eagles are out of timeouts.
Mike, I have not seen anything like this. If somehow, some way, the Eagles win this thing, I will tell you right now, this will be the most memorable Eagles game I will have ever broadcast. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. Midfield.
With all the exterior wood stains out there, it can be hard to choose.
Come on, Saint.
going to bring it, and he was going to do whatever he could do to try to help his team get over the top.
Unfortunately for Micheal Vick, no matter what kind of a career he has from this point forward, if he wins a Super Bowl, I think his obituary will be Micheal Vick, who won a Super Bowl but was also convicted of dog killing. I don't think people are ever going to think about him and not think about the dogs.
I do believe that everybody's entitled to a second chance.
Yeah, he's gonna own probably every rushing record in the NFL by a quarter.
No question about it.
On the other hand, there are countless people who do and want and need second chances, and America is very forgiving in that instance. I'm glad Micheal Vick is on the field. He's playing. He's having one of the best years of his life.
Vick, he fakes it to him, and now here goes Micheal Vick, being Micheal Vick. Talk about the speed. How much does he have? Vick all the way down to the 27-yard line.
He was exciting and probably didn't scratch the surface of his potential.
Oh my God.
He talked about not working out, not training, not studying, kind of taking things for granted, gifts that the Lord had given him.
Bottom line, he did a horrific thing.
Yes, he
did. He went to jail. He's speaking for the Humane Society, the ASPCA. He has turned his life around.
And takes off, looking good here. Here's Micheal Vick inside the 20-yard line. And one man to beat, and knocking him out of bounds is Jason Kraft. And that was a scintillating run by Micheal Vick. And they go to Doug. No, it's a fake.
And I attended a number of those Micheal Vick games in that Georgia Dome, and they were events. They were like concert performances. It was people dressed up, women in high heels, men in suits, because it was the place to be.
But there isn't anybody like Micheal Vick.
Those people have never been so thrilled and so entertained as they were during those games.
What's going to be written on his tombstone at some point 50, 60, 70 years from today.
Nobody brings it home like Joe.
Wow. Like, subscribe. Love y'all.